Abby, this was during a speaking engagement where Ryan Walters was the headliner at a library in Norman. During the event, he was able to take some audience member questions. One of the audience members asking him, how could the Tulsa Race Massacre be accurately taught without violating the state's ban on critical race theory teachings in Oklahoma schools? Here's the exchange.
How does the Tulsa Race Massacre not fall under your definition of CRT?
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't address that part. I would never tell a kid that because of your race, because of your color of your skin, or your gender, or anything like that, you are less of a person or are inherently racist. That doesn't mean you don't judge the actions of individuals. Oh, you can absolutely. Historically, you should.
Ryan Walters speaking on Thursday while at an event in Norman, answering questions from the audience. One of those questions posed, where does the Tulsa Race Massacre fall in the superintendent's definition of critical race theory? Under legislation passed last year, CRT is banned in Oklahoma schools. Walters saying the massacre should absolutely be taught.
But to say it was inherent in that because of their skin is where I say that is critical race theory. You're saying that a race defines a person. I reject that. So I would say you be judgmental of the issue, of the action, of the content, of the character of the individual. Absolutely. But let's not tie it to the skin color and say that the skin color determined that.
That exchange going viral online, some arguing the superintendent was saying the Tulsa Race Massacre wasn't about race at all. That's how Norman State Rep Jacob Rosecrans interpreted the comments.
Basically, what he's saying is that we shouldn't be saying that, that particular instance was not caused by race. It absolutely was.
Walters argues that is not what he said, accusing some reporters of twisting two separate answers. In a statement to KOCO5, he called the massacre racist, evil, and inexcusable, and that separately, kids should never be made to feel bad because of their race alone. Rosecrans says that statement doesn't change what he heard on Thursday.
So the fact that he's kind of just trying to step around and trying to say, manufactured, he said it. He was already trying to figure it out, I think, in that meeting from the video I saw.